Okay, listen. I know I haven't uploaded in a bit, alright, but if you've been keeping up with the 𝗕𝗏𝗄 cinematic universe, you would know that I've been doing quite a bit of live streams as of late, and even been dabbling in shorts these past few days. But no more. It is video time. So today, we're going to be talking about the top 5 things that I'm doing to prepare for Lightfall. This expansion is going to be dropping in just over 3 weeks, and that gives plenty of time for players all around the world to get ready for what should, keyword should, be a better expansion than Witch Queen was. And I'm not calling Witch Queen bad or anything, but I'm hyped as f*** for Lightfall comparatively. Now, this isn't going to be a bounty prep guide or anything because bounties are cringe, I don't do them. This is just a list of stuff that I'm personally crossing off my checklist before the DLC drops, and hopefully it can inspire some of you that are watching to do the same things if you haven't already. That said, hit that subscribe button if you like my content and want to see more of it, and let's go ahead and jump into this. Alright, so out of the 5 things in today's video, if you're going to take one thing away from what I tell you today, it better be this. Before Lightfall drops, one of the things that I have at the highest priority is to unlock the weapon patterns for all seasonal weapons. Now, this might be something you guys have already done forever ago, but if you're someone that watches the channel regularly, you know that I don't really engage with weapon crafting, I just rarely bother with it. This means, of course, that your boy is lacking in the pattern department, and unlike with content like raids, seasonal content will be going away come February 28th. Now, these weapons will probably be obtainable in the future via some other method, but currently we have no idea how easy or annoying that method may turn out to be. Thankfully, Bungie released a hotfix recently which allows players to get one red border weapon from every single seasonal vendor once per day instead of once per week. So if you don't have all of your patterns unlocked, get a move on. From what I know about Lightfall, Bungie is very insistent on making the crafting system much less of a headache, so I'm personally going to hold off on crafting and leveling these weapons up, and at the very least I'll have them unlocked for when those crafting improvements do make it to the game. Next up, number 2 for today is going to be stocking up on transmog tokens, or whatever they're called. I usually just call them transmog tokies. Regardless, transmog materials are something I'm wanting to max out on via 801's bounties until I can't do anymore, because 1, I anticipate the raid armor looking phenomenal. There hasn't really been a raid that doesn't have at least a few pieces that I like, but 2, I really like what we've already seen in regards to the armor that I assume is from 𝗕𝗏𝗄. The Hunter and Warlock look alright, I guess. There's definitely a piece or two that I could take from those sets and add to whatever look I'm going for, but the Titan armor, oh my lord, the Titan armor, it just looks phenomenal. That armor looks like if you had the full set equipped, it would give you a 30% bonus to ammo reserves, because hot damn, that's a lot of bullets and shells. For real though, I do like that 𝗕𝗏𝗄 armor, and I anticipate the raid armor looking quite snazzy. Usually I don't bother doing 801's bounties in any given season. You know, I'll do a handful, but I never really max out on them. But this time around, we have an expansion on the horizon, and I want to make sure that I'm fully prepared to revolutionize my drip if need be. Here at number 3 for the video, we have yes, well, if you're not caught up on the 𝗕𝗏𝗄 lore, recently, and by recently I mean like a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I deleted my Warlock for no other reason than to change their body type. My Warlock has been the masculine body type ever since Destiny 1, and I got sick and tired of how ugly the armor in this game looks on a masculine Warlock, so I deleted them in favor of the female body type. And with this came the ultimate sacrifice, needing to regrind stasis all over again. Knowing my luck, Bungie is going to release an update in Lightfall to allow players to do this without deleting their characters, but hey, at least it made for amazing livestream content, right? Anyways, yeah, it's going to be an absolute pain to regrind stasis, but with how build crafting is changing and the new stasis weapons we're going to be getting, I want my Warlock to be ready for whatever new additions we get. I know this part of the video is fairly niche, and I'm probably the only person in the world with this problem, but hey, if you did the same to one of your characters, do not forget to regrind stasis, you absolute goober. It'll be a pain, but it'll be worth it. Moving on to number 4 for the video, here we have wrapping up on getting any missing RNG god rolls, that meaning the god rolls for weapons that aren't craftable. Currently, the main culprits here for me are Riptide, I still don't have a good show clip one, Wilder Flight, I can't seem to get blinding autoloading to save my life, Prolonged Engagement, I've gotten really close thus far but not quite, and finally, my literal favorite SMG in the game that I can't get a good roll on, the Unforgiven with some reload perks plus Demo Frenzy or Tricorn. With this in mind, this week we still have Iron Banner for a couple more days, so I'll try and nab my Riptide God roll while grinding for the Iron Banner armor. For Wilderflight, I do Spire the Watcher helps with viewers fairly often during my live stream, so I feel like I'll eventually cop one of these. For Prolonged Engagement, I'm mainly being picky here due to Masterwork or mags that I don't want, but I'll still be content if I don't get my 5 out of 5. I'm already fairly close. And for Unforgiven, how you've eluded me for so damn long, I will not understand. Next week, I believe Duality becomes the weekly featured dungeon for the last time this season, and I'm going to go hard trying to get the roll that I want. It's one of those SMGs where if you don't have a near perfect roll, it's just not going to feel that great. Currently, I have a demo tricorn roll with like a ton of kills on it, but I have to make sure that I'm running an SMG loader mod due to how damn slow the reload speed is, with no supporting mag or masterwork to help. Out of all the guns I mentioned, that's the one I want the most. I really hope that I have it for day 1 Lightfall, so I can use it in the campaign and whatnot. And lastly here at number 5 for the video, the final thing I'm doing to prep before Lightfall drops is to get my vault under control. I simultaneously need to clear it out and fill it up in order to be happy going into the new expansion, so let me explain. Firstly, I have a bunch of weapons in here that I don't even use and that mainly exist because I needed them for past videos or testing god rolls, etc. Aside from that, I just have a massive stockpile of exotic armors from all the GMs that I run, and I need to sift through and delete the bad rolls of. Once those things are done, I want to get some red border weapons stockpiled in my vault because, as we discussed earlier, Bungie is looking into improving the crafting system by a decent amount in Lightfall, and I want to make sure I got plenty of mats saved up. Of course, outside of the red border mats, I also want to have my Ascendant Alloys maxed out for the enhanced perks, but mainly I just want to be ready and stockpile mostly everything I need in my vault. We'll have the destination weapons, seasonal weapons, and raid weapons all presumably be craftable, so I want to make sure that I don't have to do any extra grinding to ensure that I get to enjoy those new drops with the perk rolls I want whenever I get them. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for me today. Those are the top 5 things I'm doing before Lightfall drops right here in Destiny 2. This video wasn't really meant to be anything like a crazy prep guide or anything like that because I don't really believe in like this insane amount of prep before an expansion comes out. Like, I've done 4 day 1 raids in a row, 24-hour clears, whatever you want to call them. And I've never once bounty prepped or done anything outside of like basically what I told you guys today. I don't really go to the extreme for these new expansions. I feel it's completely unnecessary. So today's video was just kind of fun. So feel free to let me know what you guys have on your checklist down below in the comments, because as always, I'm usually down there reading them, normally when I'm on the toilet taking a shit. But that's besides the point. I really appreciate you guys watching today. And outside of that, for those that have been supporting the streams and shorts on top of the videos, you guys have my greatest thanks for helping support what I do here on YouTube. Speaking of which, before we do end things off, I just want to give massive shout outs to my Patreon supporters and YouTube members that keep the channel going. So huge thanks to Admist, Vile, John, Homebase Serenity, Boomer Noob, Austin, Cinco, Gloomia, ACL Rocky, James Brooks, Ghost, Irvine Hornby, Mad Ghost, Salty, Repulsive Potato, Flow Motion, Dawson, Peak, Serenity Again, Hank the Tank, Nimble Fox, Mamimi, Bluesman, Clear Angel, Ben McClellan, and Mayhem Gaming. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.